so let's check this out for a second. I'll just full screen it. That's fine. So this is my top 10 video game characters. That's Spike over there. My top 10 video game characters that I would hang out with disrespectfully. Hang out with disrespect. I would never. Number 10 is the Minecraft Creeper. There's with all of these characters, I put positives and negatives to why I would hang out with them disrespectfully. Number one reason here is he blowed up my house, and that makes me angry. He's also just basic green. He's quiet. He like sneaks up on your ass. I don't really care for that very much. There are positives to him though, and shape is one of them. And if he gets shot by a skeleton, music will pop out of the corpse, and he is playable in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. That's positive for me. So I like that. I like that about the Creeper. Number 9 would be the Halo Grunt. Big negative for me is he's got a Funko Pop, and I just hate him. And generally, they are very inept. They like guns. They're weak. And I'm pretty sure I've never seen one of these motherfuckers make taco salad. My girlfriend Megan makes the best taco salad in the world. I could not be with someone like this, okay? They got a funny voice, though. And then there's like nothing else to love about them, so that's fine, okay? Next up is specifically from Shadow the Hedgehog 2005, Vector the Crocodile. He's got an annoying voice, and he really wants to find the computer room so that way we can play cool math games, but I'm not. That's not my thing, really. I don't want it. He's also a lizard and friends with Charmy the Bee, so that's cringe. And also, as a negative, he's playable in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Don't worry about the Creeper, okay? That's a good thing for them. Bad thing for Vector. He does make sure he gets paid very unsuccessfully 9 times out of 10. Look at Sonic Heroes, okay? So he's easy to scam. That's good for me. He's also friends with Espio, so that's cool. And Vector also is just the name of a company in Xenosaga. He's down horrendously for Cream's mom, that's right. And so that's, whether that's a positive or a negative, I don't know. But it's just another fact about him, just something to keep in mind. If I was Cream's mom, then this would be a hate fuck for sure. Number 7 is Strollin' Stu from Super Mario Sunshine. This motherfucker is just pathetic. You can kick him in the head, and then he'll just like splat into paint. So he's not even like sentient. He's just like a dude. He walks around and that's all he does. And he won't stop multiplying either. Look at the fucking Pianta Park, the first bonus mission that's in the canon. There's that one spot where they keep coming out of the wall. Fuck that shit, all right? Also, this motherfucker's not a homeowner, which I relate to that. Definitely, I'm not a homeowner either. But just like, that's another thing to add to the list. Like, fuck him, am I right? However, he do be walking. And I'm pretty sure they're chestnut flavored. And there's also the fire variant of them that are like totally chill with that. So that's a good thing. I like that. They're just like pyro immune. Next up is number 6, the Golem from Terraria. There's a wiki article right there if you want to learn how to summon him. One time a viewer made fun of me while I was streaming for dying to this boss. It's a common joke that we say around here. You lost the Golem! Yeah, so I want to hate fuck Golem for that. Stone. He's made of stone, so that would hurt actually a lot. I don't want that. And you need to beat Plantera before you can even meet them. So Plantera is... Yeah, don't worry about all the damage that I'm taking. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. They don't make this list because I just hate Plantera, okay? I wouldn't hate fuck Plantera, I just hate Plantera, okay? I wouldn't disrespectfully hang out with Plantera. There are some positives to Golem, though. Like everyone, he's bossy, literally a boss. He will become enraged if you try to fight him outside the jungle temple, even though really at the end of the day that doesn't make that big of a difference, because once you have the big full screen, you can just fly away from him. He's kind of a joke. But also after you defeat him, you can then do the lunar events, which is just awesome. I love it, and that means I also get to kill cultists. That's also cool. Very cool. All right. So how are we feeling about this top 10 so far? We feeling good? Here's the halfway point to give you just a moment to breathe. Check out these 6 people. We got who, what, when, where, why, and full name. Just cool. I wouldn't disrespectfully hang out with any of them, though, because I just don't know anything about any of these people. So, there's that. Number 5 is going to be Miles McKenzie. Forgive me for, I know this is a recent one, and maybe my opinion will change over time, but he's kind of a nerd. He has a catchphrase where he says this one word. He goes like this. He goes, win? You might not have heard that. Yeah, he goes, win? And I don't like that. He'll just call you randomly, too, which is not fun, and he's smart, which makes me feel inferior. And as far as I can tell, he seems to be in cahoots with someone by the name of Phil. That makes me think about having to pay my rent. So, the positives to Miles, however, he's obedient. He can be silenced in the menu. Yes, I stole this image from the Vinesauce thumbnail. Eat me. And he's got glasses, and he's a finger freak. So, cool. Great job, Miles. Number 4 is Quino from Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. The negatives are Quino. The positives are Quino. Number 3 is Gruntilda from Banjo-Kazooie. I just generally hate rhyming, so that's not cool with me. She's also basically Great Value Elphaba from The Wizard of Oz and Wicked and all that stuff, so okay, boo. And she also has this really, really cringe quiz you have to do right before the final boss, and if you fail the quiz, you have to do the whole quiz all over again, and I don't like that. I hate taking quizzes. Also, Fish and Ellie's dog, Guppy, apparently every time she was on screen, Guppy would get really vocal and angry. So his judgment is absolute, and I cannot argue with him. Okay, so we don't like Gruntilda. However, number 2 is Tatsu. So the problem with Tatsu is like 80% of the time is they just make cooking jokes with him, and that's all that he ever amounts to. Even to the extent of like halfway through the game, he almost gets eaten by these like very scary spooky beasts, and it's not funny. Why do he almost do that? Also, not a fan of the way they pronounce the word Nopon in Xenoblade X, and it's his fault. He pronounces it Nopon, and I don't like that. All right, it's Nopon. All right, I don't care if that's British or whatever. It's Nopon. All right, Nopon. Now get the fuck out of my face with that. Some positives about him though. He does have a funny voice. I like his voice a lot. And if you know me and you know what I'm trying to say, he knows his way around Mira. So, that's cool. He also screams very, very loudly, which is just like he'll go like, ah! And I like that. And even though I don't like the cooking joke, he is close to a potato. And I gotta give him some points for that. I like potatoes. Come on, don't tell me you don't like potatoes. Potatoes are delicious. And for my number 1 disrespectful hangout person, it's of course that goddamn bitch, Kracko. I hate him. God, look at him. He's a bitch. He hates Kirby. How could he? Fucker won't stop attacking Skya, and he can produce thunder, which is like my thing. He stole that from me. And he's able to split himself in half in some of the games. Like, what the fuck? And on top of that, he has a son. So not only can he split himself in half, but then he also has a son? I can't. Okay. So yeah, he's a bitch, and he also steals beam attacks from Waddle Doo as well. It makes me mad. His son is respectful to Kirby. That's chill. That's why his son isn't on the list. But specifically Kracko, I fucking hate him. I hate him. God, fucking. So why would I hate fucking? Well, he's a one-eyed monster when you think about it. He's also a cloud, and Adeline from Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards, can draw him. I don't know if she can do that in Kirby 64, but I do know she does that in Kirby Star Allies, which I just streamed like a month ago. That was pretty cool when that happened. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for tuning in to my presentation. Honorable mention to the Moth Seer lady from Hollow Knight. She just makes some weird sounds, and she goes, "Mah!" And I like that. But it's neither a positive nor a negative. So, thank you for tuning in, and this has been fun. Goodbye.